Fucking came out, just started firing because it is around me. Didn't even know what the fuck happened. He's like, John, you killed me. I'm all like, what? I didn't know that was you. Cause
Literally,
I just see fucking the gun and shit on the floor. I'm all like, oh, I don't expect to shoot.
eh, literally the whole pod went straight and domed me in the head. Which John squished and
Hey,
buried me into the earth, took my stuff, and then
hey,
kept going.
hey, I had no control. Okay, the game has not been giving me pretty much no control besides the first time coming in. Other than that,
What?
once you're calling us in, I have no control
You
over
know
it.
what makes me feel worse about falling asleep like that is that I keep waiting for people to do stuff.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freaking straight up make you
Hmm.
haste.
Yeah, John made me paste. It was funny, so I'm not complaining. It's just there's no complaint in it. It was just it was perfect timing.
Yeah, you could say that perfect timing.
I was so in the zone killing. I was just like, what happened?
It upsets me because I want to see people so badly. I want to, I wait to see. I wait for people to get on and stuff. You know.
Oh, cute. This thing I have, it increases the time between enemy encounters. I have no idea what that does. It may. I have
You have to
noticed that
look
the
it up.
enemies. I noticed the enemies spawn a bit less.
I had to
Which,
look up what the vitality thing does, but it doesn't tell you.
yeah, it's a bit weird
It
though.
basically
No
does the
doubt.
same thing that one armor does, but it says it boosts your limb
Probe pod
damage,
launch initiated.
Mm-hmm.
which makes it redundant. If you're using the armor, it is.
Sort of makes it redundant for the armor, but it also boosts the armor as
It
well.
doesn't stack.
Oh, good. Oh,
No.
that's dumb. I'll show Cube my new gun though. I'm sure he'll love it.
Yeah, I was like half awake most of the time, so I heard you say you got it, and you were like, "Should I get it?" And I was gonna say, "Oh, you should try it on easy," but like, I was in my sleep
Oh God.
mind.
Here it is, Q.
Have you guys been doing easy this whole time?
No.
Nope.
We've been doing normal.
Except that doesn't answer what's normal.
Right.
Medium.
Medium. Well, that's what we were doing with boss. We were doing challenging with bugs.
Oh look, yeah, challenge with bugs. Right there.
Anyways, that's what upsets me about getting sick or upset is like I wait so long to see and hang out with anybody. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I've been really mad because I've been falling because of Eagle, you know. You know what I mean?
Oh, Eagle just sounds like he's tired every time you hear him, which just you know what that means.
Yeah, but guess what happens every time he shows up? I'm falling asleep.
La 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 la. Boo 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 boo. the opposite.
I've got this one.
Oh, I know that.
No, I'm talking to
Engaging terminal.
Mission map updated.
Oh, this must have been. That's what I get for not looking at the map.
Oh shit. No patrol, and there was a patrol. There's Smeller. Fucking dude. Stop for a second. You're set. Right? No.
I tried. I tried. I thought this would be a vault, but it's not a vault. It is a ammo cache. No, it's a vault.
Marking location. Cancel that. Marking location. Never mind. Affirmative. I need supplies. I'm sorry. Thank you. Negative. Follow me! Hold position! Mag's empty!
Alright, well, I guess I'll just leave this place. Anyways, this place over here is a, thingy. A vault for you guys to come to. When, at your convenience. I won't be there though. Hey Q, we've been getting 100 super credits. In some of the, super credit slips. Right, John? I got 120 once.
Yeah. Thanks,
Cool, right?
thanks for rubbing it in.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool, okay? Not rubbing it in, I just thought
It
was
is, but I got 800 more to go, or 500 more to go.
Yeah, don't.
I forgot that I
Worry.
did some farming this morning.
Another
Tagging
vault.
location.
Then I'm gonna have to farm metals.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I've waited all day to see you, and
You know what time
then I
I come
fucking get sick.
on? Oh, 3.
Dropship!
Doesn't change the fact that bullshit keeps happening to me. You know? Now I'm gonna have to, because you're gonna get off right after this, and then I'm gonna have to wait another 40 hours
Helldiver, you are moving
to see
outside the
anybody.
mission area.
I can I know John's getting off, but I can stay on a little longer for you, Q.
You should get a rest.
I'll be fine.
For prosperity.
It's not like I'm not tired. It's just like it's just that I can't quite sleep. You know. I'm tired. It's just that when I'm asleep, I'm not sleeping. You know. I'm like trapped, partially awake.
Calling down a sentry. New canister.
So do you see how that can be upsetting? Seth?
I guess. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't
I know you don't feel well, but like you know, I'm strange. I don't truly crave social interaction.
That's
I know
not
you
what
want
it's
to
about.
do things. I know you want to do things.
Yeah, I save stuff to do with everyone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because things are like, it's like, oh, I could play this by myself, or I could just play with somebody, which is what I want to do.
Are you guys approaching those vaults?
And playing it by myself is getting boring. And whenever I play a lot of things by myself, I'm like, this would be a lot more fun. Or if Seth was here, this would be fun. You know? And then I give up. That's not.
Don't get off, John. Remember, you're host.
I know. I have to. Damn fucking ability just.
It's not necessarily about craving social interaction.
Reinforcements on the way.
There is a little bit of that because I realized that I'm fucking too much, because I spent too much time being a loner. I've realized that I've wanted some more interaction,
Calling in reinforcements.
but it's not all about that, you know?
Freedom never rests. Freedom. Requesting orbital.
That was John I was following around. I thought that was Seth.
No.
No,
We've been following around John the entire time.
I'm done with it. I'm out of here.
Can we
Not sure
get those
about the
vaults
rest.
first, John?
Teacher. Go.
Alright. You can sit around, John.
They literally fucking spawned right in my face.
You right here? Whee!
The other reason I'm probably having trouble with the being half awake is my stomach was hurting.
You? You're heading towards John.
Oh.
I'm S2.
The other reason is probably because my stomach was hurting. Anyway, Seth. I cared too little about doing things, you know? About spending time with things, you know? And it's like, yeah, I enjoyed coming to talk to you guys regularly. But, like,
Alright, Q.
I realized that,
I expect a swan dive.
I realized that that I needed it more. Especially because I've been going through some crap. You know? You could have just not fired and that patrol would have passed without knowing we were here.
I could have, but that would have involved not firing. Do you see the problem there?
What were you shooting at?
The jellyfish.
Yeah, I thought so.
Drop ships.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Son of a...
New canister.
By the way, this is the energy weapon.
Yeah. I wanted to get it. But I have to wait. But that's gonna probably have to wait till after I get the plasma rifle.
That plasma thing.
I'm not talking about the plasma shotgun. I'm talking about the plasma rifle. The Plas 15 or whatever the fuck it's called. Plas 5.
16.
Scorcher.
Extraction is available.
Well,
You don't really like the shotgun, do you, Seth?
no, it's like a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
It really...
I think a guy on a YouTube comment put it like this. It's a situational kind of weapon, so it's useless 80% of the time.
Right.
Requesting orbital.
Yeah, and then this guy started arguing with him. Because of course it is. Because of course there was.
I just don't pay attention to them. If you even so much as think they are a person and argue with them, they just keep doing it because they think it's funny.
Yeah, they're also convinced they're right whenever they're not.
That's because they're trolls.
And part of the reason why they convince they're right is because they're seeking validation. They're like,
Or they could just be trolls.
it's the same reason why people fall for
Oh fuck.
it's the same reason that people constantly fall for think of the children scams. Because they're like, oh, we gotta
Get the
speak
fuck
for,
out of the shit, man.
There you go, Q.
because they seek,
Q.
I'm on it.
it's in the same vein of virtue signaling. They seek validation and talking about other people's problems that they're not even a part of. You know?
Calling in reinforcements.
I knew I wasn't gonna make it. I was just gonna grab that stuff and...
Anyways, before you started that discussion, I was just gonna say that, of course, there was somebody that would argue with him about it. Guy didn't even have a point or nothing. He was just being like, "That's why you have teammates," and he's like, and it's like,
Yeah, that's how you kill you.
and it's like, and the guy was like, "Yeah, but that's not the point of a primary weapon. It's just a waste overall." Point of a primary weapon is to be useful under most circumstances.
Backpack inbound.
Because practically speaking, you can't rely on any secondaries.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
And that includes mostly the stratagem weapons to some degree.
Oh, I think I...
Dude, I killed myself somehow.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
we all know what happened. He got chain gunned in the back.
Lock?
ETA T-minus 1
Calling
minute.
in reinforcements.
Oh, I see.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
are glitched on this map for some reason. Oh my.
Democracy has. ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Reinforcing. 17 of democracy.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
They really need to fix this constantly getting staggered bullshit.
ETA T-minus 10
Either fix it or give it to the enemies because this is fucking stupid.
They do
Enemy
get
don't
staggered.
get no.
Well, the grenade gets staggered.
The only way the enemy kind of might get staggered is if you melee them just right, use the stun grenade, or have very specific things happening. But
That
with
plasma
us, every little thing staggers and stuns us.
Thing.
It doesn't change the fact of what I'm telling you. So. I know what I know the plasma grenade launcher can technically stun the robots. I'm aware of that.
Okay. It actually staggered them. I see them fall backwards. Hilarious, which makes me want to keep shooting them. Because
Yeah.
because finally the AI can feel what I feel.
But it's not an equivalent exchange. As the player, we're constantly getting interrupted and staggered. You saw me try to heal like 3 times right there just before I died. And it was just one dude shooting me. Like one shot every 5 seconds. Or 3.
Am I finally catching up to Q? No, I'm not. You get on board your spaceship when John leaves, okay?
Yeah.
I'll let you decide where we go.
Anyways, they need to sort that crap out. 'Cause it sucks. Big old boy gets staggered every half second, then that interrupts you. That's oh boy, aren't you guys having a great time? Let's nerf everything and then make all the enemies drastically harder and do more damage. That's a great idea, guys. Aren't you having a fun game? No, we're not having a fun game. Ban that guy. How dare he?
Support our troops. Sign your children up for the all-inclusive health.
Oh, right. Good night, John.
Did he say something? I can't even hear him.
I don't know. I just thought I'd say goodnight.
That's what I was thinking of doing, but I didn't want to be rude. Seth.
Alright, I'm waiting for Q to invite me. Oh. Q's not on my friends list anymore. Send friend request.
I persistently, even though you're on my friends list, I persistently have a friend request that's been there for 10 days or 8 days. And no matter how many times I accept it, it keeps showing up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But this time it disappeared, so maybe it worked this time.
I cannot join queue. That is because
What is the description?
what description?
Insert reason here.
Hi, queue. I'm cold. Yeah, I'm not as cold anymore.
Anyway, Seth, I got a lot of reasons for feeling the ways that I do.
User disconnected from your channel.
I also regret taking some things for granted. You know?
Uh-huh. I'm just unlocking every stratagem now.
Managed
Why?
democracy calls for aid.
I have no idea.
Only you can answer.
Yeah, and part of the reason is I've personally lost most interest in this game. I have interest in it, but most of it's just been burned out because of I can't play most of the game because most of it's pointless to play right now. And it's just, you know, all the issues with it.
I just ignore it. Completely ignore it.
And then
I ignore the community. I ignore everyone.
yeah, it's
I
got
ignore
nothing to do
everything.
with that, Seth. This is shit that I've told you back
I know.
before. I've lost most interest in it, so I don't have much want to play it by myself as well. I've already got down sneaking, so that's not as much interesting to me anymore. Because it doesn't really, it has depth, but it doesn't have the depth to support the depth. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
The sneaking
doesn't
has,
have-
huh?
It doesn't have enough silenced weapons or anything like that.
Yeah, that, and the game just don't really support it too well. There's like, there is some depth to the stealth where you can throw distractions and stuff, but it isn't, the game doesn't support it. Like, you're supposed to be able to throw, a supply stratagem to distract them. Sometimes you throw it, and then they're like, oh, he threw it from there, and goes straight to you immediately, without hesitation. And then you have the guys that just see you through the walls for some reason, or through the ground, or through a mile away when they shouldn't be able to.
Hey, Kia, do you see that thing? It's reversed. That ship in front of us. You see him?
No.
Okay, stand where I am. He's up. He's slightly up.
The one,
Yeah, the ship that's slightly above that ship that you can look down and see. He is actually facing forward instead of backwards.
well, I could look up and see one kind of like that was going forward a little bit, and now he's going backwards.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's weird, right?
mm,
You can kind of tell you're not supposed to look at that ship from this angle.
well, no, it's different. Like it gets randomly generated slightly where some of the positioning of some of the stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always one constant. There's always a ship to the left that blows up. There's always a ship to the right that blows up, like that. And then there's one toward the front that'll blow up at one point. But everything else is just random. Like the position of a lot of these ships and stuff. like there's been a couple of times where I pulled up, and there was like a groups of them perpendicular to the way I'm facing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think that particular one up there was just another one of those random ones. Cause I don't think you normally see that one up there.
Alright, Q, you can pick up submission.
Anyways, I was trying to say,
Coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
I don't really have much other point to really do this a whole lot unless I'm playing with guys, and that's part of the point of the game. You know?
What about here? Here?
You takes away my toys.
Grab them.
It's called localizer confusion. Increase the time between enemy encounters. No idea, but I think it does something.
I think it doesn't.
Really?
Well, I've 100 stealth. I've stealthed multiple times successfully, and I didn't have a single encounter except for extract, which didn't count as an encounter because I just ran away and hid till the shuttle came, and then I confronted them.
Here's something that's kind of weird with you. We had like 3 in a row extracts, and there was nothing there. Nothing showed up. We just kind of sat there looking. We were literally looking for enemies to shoot, nothing showed up. Which confused us drastically and
Requesting sack pack.
scared us, sort of.
Support weapon inbound.
Anyway, Seth, I didn't think it'd be that much of an enigma to somebody that I'd be a little upset about wanting to see somebody and not getting to see them because of things out of my control.
I know.
You know Eagle never shows up, and I'm waiting to do stuff with him, or for him to do stuff with us.
What I hit?
I spend majority of my time waiting on people to show up or dealing with my health issues. And then whenever you finally do show up, I can't fucking keep it together. I don't know about you, but I don't like suffering.
Oh, yeah. Come on, lock, you stupid piece of junk.
Found something.
Come on, lock.
So, basically, the point of all that was just me being baffled that you were talking about being socially needy or something.
No, I'm talking about my perspective. Sometimes I just don't.
Orbital incoming.
Found something.
Oh god. Hey, friends.
And the reason why I get upset at Nordic is because I want to spend time with him. And then whenever he gets upset and acts like it's my fault, whenever he'll say he wants to do something, so I'll wait to do it, and then he won't show up, and he gets upset, thinking that I don't want to do it.
Reinforcements on the way.
You understand how that's upsetting?
Democracy has landed.
It's like, what do
That
you
was
mean?
embarrassing.
Huh?
Oh, how I died. I was running away from my 380
Oh yeah.
millimeter barrage, and it just landed right on top of my head the first round.
Well, see, here's the secret rule of the barrage. It always aims for teammates first.
Found something.
Didn't you know that? If there's no teammates, then it just goes out randomly in a spiral.
Mm.
You should know this, Seth. This is basic
thought it-
Helldiver logic.
I thought it was supposed to go after the Helldiver that threw it first, then teammates.
No, just anybody that's it's around the area. Usually, especially if they're next to the one that threw it, that one gets targeted first.
Ah.
So basically, yes, it does. And guess, and you were the only teammate over there, you know.
Yeah,
Your lucky day.
yeah. I'm trying to get back to my stuff.
Well, hold on, and I'll help you.
Request approved. Reinforcements have
I'm
been
collecting some junk around here.
I know, I was collecting stuff too, but my mojo was thrown off.
So how are you getting 100 super credits?
It's just random. Sometimes they pop up and just give you 100. 120 sometimes.
You realize how many missions I've done without you guys, and that hasn't happened to me once?
It's happened to us twice so far. Me and John.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it doesn't happen to me.
I know, like I said, it's weird, but it happens to us, okay?
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying it sucks.
It shocked me. I thought it was like, I'm thinking some kind of event.
I'm just saying that it sucks. I'm not saying it don't happen. I literally spent hours this morning trying to farm some until I got sick of looking at the fucking thing.
Yeah, I just thought it was like some kind of
Canisters
event.
empty. New canister.
You know what I mean?
Well, the game used to consistently give you some at the end. But they stopped doing that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I was mentioning it to you, because I thought it was like some kind of weird event, or maybe you knew.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it is an event. Don't know. I was wondering the same thing when we mentioned it. But then I was remembered, like, back whenever the game was, like, fresh,
Mm-hmm.
when you would do missions, it would just give you some super credits, like, on a drip. Even if you didn't, like, farm any of the golden spots or anything. Or, I mean, even if you didn't collect
like
any,
how
it
they're
would just give you some
firing.
at the end of the mission, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then they
like how
stopped
they're-
doing that.
I like how they're just firing in our general direction.
Yeah, they'll fire where they saw the shot come from. But that doesn't mean they actually see you. Because,
Yeah.
like, I'm watching a dude run by us because he thinks you're up and over there, you know?
Hopefully he doesn't hear this.
There's a whole squad of them running by. No, they don't hear that.
Sometimes I get like 100, not 100 medals, but 5 medals. That. If I get 100 medals, I would freak out and then run away from this mission so I cash them in as quick as possible before the game realizes the mistake.
Well, when you get medals, it automatically goes to your account. You don't even have to complete the mission or the game.
Mm-hmm.
It instantly goes to your account. So if your game crashes, you'll still have the medals you picked up off the ground.
Where's the escape pod?
Same thing with requisition slips. Know what I mean? The only thing that doesn't is samples. Which should be probably changed. Like, I understand it's a game mechanic, but the game don't really facilitate it too well.
Not when it crashes. Maybe when it crashes, it just immediately... I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't really care about the samples part too much right now. But it will be frustrating.
I'm locking. I'm locking onto that. Hey, I want to lock. Come on.
Spot fabricator, northwest,
Come
50
on.
meters.
Yeah, it won't lock.
It's because his building's in the way. You're gonna have to go around.
No, I think it's distance. It's weird.
No, Seth, it's this building right
Tracking
here.
location,
That's in the
north.
way.
Maybe, but how about this one? Oh, never mind. Got it.
Spot fabricator. Northeast. 50 meters. Requesting sentry. Requesting advanced weaponry.
High life for Super Earth! Canister's empty.
Oh yeah, this is not.
Changing ice.
Mission at 30 minutes
Oh.
remaining.
I wonder where he got that gun from.
Huh? You're dead, bud.
Calling in reinforcements.
How do you like it? Does it do what you wanted it to do, or?
I don't know.
Joining the
I
fray.
just thought it was fun. He's like, where he got that from? Your dead body.
Yeah.
He brought it for you guys, bro. What happened that time?
Look, I'm retarded.
Hey, you're not allowed to be that, because if you were that, then what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
If you're brain dead, then what? Oh, no. Hey, come here, you. Oh god. Hi, Fred.
Sorry, I gotta go pick up my flamethrower so I can deal with those things shooting at you.
That's fine. One.
How about a nice cup of liver
That's it.
tea?
Ooh, a new
Package acquired.
Ooh, piece of candy.
You left a spear here.
I know, I threw it for you. In case you
Dropping
wanted it for
package.
some reason.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if you won't. I just thought, well, I'll throw it over there, and if he sees it and wants it, he'll grab it. If he doesn't, then it's dead to him.
Package acquired.
Might as well throw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dropping package.
At
Package
best,
acquired.
maybe it's distracts a bot or two. Trying to figure out what just got off this guy, right?
Package acquired.
Yeah.
Dropping package.
Package acquired.
Oh boy, patrol's coming. just do that if the off chance I actually do kill it. They give you an awful lot of shots out of this thing, you know? With the ammo you expend.
Yeah. That's because of the cooldown thing.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't change that, it's nice, though.
Well, I'd be mad if they... I'd be a little upset if they didn't do it that way.
Reloaded.
Energy weapons need an interesting trade-off, otherwise it's just another gun.
Nah,
Marking
That is-
location, north. Bot fabricator, north.
Interesting.
100 meters.
I'm trying. Can't get it.
Sometimes you gotta be persistent with it.
Oh, hey, friends.
And then there's
that.
another
It's
one.
Bot fabricator,
I
northwest.
like that. It's just like
100
a
meters.
Oh, hey, friends. I like how they shoot things out of their face after you blow that off. It's very confusing.
Yeah, the armored ones, you blow their head off. It's like as if you ammo rack them when you shoot their head off.
Yep.
It's like a jet.
What'd I just shoot?
Shot a fabricator.
Oh.
Which means there's another one over there too. Just we didn't get a notification. There might be another one. Let's check them out. Oh, you got it. You got the old fabricator over there. Or at least with the radio. Yep. Another one up here
Tagging
somewhere.
location, southwest.
Oh, we got that one? No, that's it.
Drop in
That
a
one right
pin,
there is it.
north, 100 meters.
There's another fabricator up here somewhere.
Marking
So
location,
Oh, I'm out
southwest.
of, I don't have any more ammo on mine.
You have accomplished liberty's will.
there was
Extracted
one
your
little
discretion.
panel off to the side that was hard to see. I've done this
5
enough
seconds.
times to know that. There's always one.
But it's...
Requesting supply.
Questing supply.
So there's only one more left, and we're done. Nice. Oh, hi, friends.
We finally got some lasers to shoot back at their lasers, right? Oh, that's annoying.
I'm sorry, I didn't get them in time.
No, I'm not upset at you, Seth. I'm just upset that it happened. You know?
I said it.
The game gets wacky when it comes to that call-in thing, so I don't expect it to be your fault.
Well, good news. It was just 2 walkers that could easily be...
Sometimes you have 3 seconds to stop them from calling in, sometimes you have half a second. It just feels, oh boy, I think they heard you sprinting.
Oh.
Or maybe I was sprint, I don't know. Doesn't matter, they
Doesn't matter.
spotted us.
There.
I'll buy time while you're, oh my god. The dude just basically one-shot me down to low health with his fucking pistol. See how stupid that shit is?
Are they dead? I'm gonna say yes. Well, at least they didn't get a shot off. I mean, didn't get a, what do you call it?
Yeah, I know. It's because I ran to engage them. When you get close to them, sometimes they can't resist, but to try to,
I'm on it.
fisticuff. Usually when you get spotted, what you're supposed to do is just go ape shit on them. Just to keep them from getting away with it or alerting. Because, like, if you're being chased by a patrol, and they come across another patrol chasing you, don't know if they still do this, but they'll alert that patrol, and then that patrol will start chasing you too. But that's only if they come into contact with it.
Let me see here. Did we get those up? We probably did, didn't we? Yeah, because we found them, right? So... because there is no radio tower here, which would mean, yeah, we did everything. We'll just kill this off and then be done with it.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Dropships.
Hello?
Yes?
My headset turned cut off.
Oh.
My headset died.
Okay.
So, right after the last word I spoke is when it died. So, if you were, what did you say after that?
I don't know. I've already forgotten. Oh,
I think I
I
said
was making sure. I was making sure. Oh, okay. Oh, this is not favorable.
for him. Anyways, what were you making sure about?
I was making sure we collected everything on the map.
Well, look around, see any yellow lights in the sky? No? Then let's get the hell out of here.
Alright, but before that, I have one, because we have a nuke in the chamber, might as well use it.
We could use it on extract.
I could, or I could use it on these two giant smokestacks.
I don't think that'll work.
Works in my book.
I mean,
Alright,
of course
so.
it makes sense, but... remember that fuel silo I couldn't blow up with all that?
I don't care. It's gonna do it anyway.
Hey, it worked.
Yay!
I was hoping it would, to be honest.
Alright, well. Since we, you know, spent all the time to do that, we might as well get the payoff, right?
Yes. I completely agree. I hate wasting my time.
Got a sample.
It's hard. Oh, yep, there is a blinky light cube.
Yep.
It was worth running back over here.
That
To
was
just be a gun.
Well, to be fair, the fog did roll in, so it was probably harder to see.
Requisition slips.
It was,
Almost like a gun, but
it was
not-
almost worth it.
yeah. Almost like a gun, but not exactly like a gun.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. It was borderline useless for us.
Yeah, my goal now is just to unlock it all.
Yeah, so
Just everything.
now you see where my perspective went.
Oh.
I'm trying to unlock the guns I want to use so that I can use them, you know? But I'm forced to
down.
grind for it.
Freaking cannon.
Yeah, the funny thing about that cannon is it's very hard to lock onto. The only time I either have to randomly get a lock, or the gun has to be about to shoot me for me to lock onto it. And I'm not joking. Like, that's a consistent thing. That's the only thing that's been consistent every time I've tried to take down one of those turrets.
I think you can just shoot it, can't you?
You can shoot the back,
Now,
in the barrel.
on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, Seth, it's your turn. Yeah, you see how it locked on the second it was about to shoot you? Yeah, it's not supposed to do that, by the way. You're supposed to be able to lock onto it without it having to do that. Which sometimes it will, but sometimes it will do that, but it's a toss-up whether or not it will, you know? The only consistency I've had is when it's about to shoot me. which isn't good. And like I mentioned, that's not normal. It's not supposed to. Obviously, it's supposed to be consistent, but the lock-on in general would you would think would supposed to be more consistent anyway.
Oddly enough, what makes it kind of funny, I bet in real life it's just like this, inconsistent.
What, lock-on things in real life?
Yeah.
No. Not really. And yes, I'm going by modern standards because this is a futuristic game.
Yeah. It makes sense that.
In fact, that spear should be so advanced in this game that it should be fire and forget. Because this is like space age and shit, you know? We got super weapons.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Like if I were to think of the natural progression of missiles and handheld technologies, which is very, even by the 80s standards, very advanced.
Alright, I'll be back. I'm gonna be
The next logical step is fire and forget. What?
Oh, I'm hiding behind the building. I'll be back.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
I hear a robot nearby. I may need you to help me.
What?
I hear a robot nearby. I may need you to help me.
No, you're fine. Just keep your map open and then... Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you, solve your running... I was gonna tell you that you can toggle sprint. Then that'll solve your running map problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier today and I waited all day to tell you and then I fell asleep when he finally showed up. I fell asleep because I was feeling sick. So even if it was just a tired thing, which it wasn't exactly.
Did you get your groceries in?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I ordered some ham and cheese hot pockets.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I got 2 boxes of it.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Did you get Did you get yourself any ice cream?
No, I already have some.
Oh, I'm dead.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Or I think I am almost dead.
Yeah. He stomped on me.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those big armored dudes.
Manny. Well, you can call me in.
This is Pelican 1. Helldivers are outside the extraction zone. Landing aborted.
You see where that smoke is in front of me? I was just laying down right there. So I
Our
was...
call-in was aborted. Pelican just...
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
sucks. Oh, oh, God. They are very angry with us.
Requesting orbital.
Yeah, they're quite cross.
When did we ever figure it out?
You know, they seem a bit more resilient to the flamethrower than they were earlier.
I'm about to die. If I don't get these stems, I will die.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Oh, I died. You killed me. Flames.
Ow.
The supplies I called in were inside your fire, but I was dying so quickly from my chest wound, I had to do it or I would be dead. So I had to risk the flames. But I died regardless.
But you've just crawled through it.
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to try it out sometime, see if you can crawl through it.
Well, anyways, we're just gonna have to leave and come back to this.
Reinforcing!
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Maybe I can. Kitty, out of the way.
Changing ice!
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius.
Canister's empty!
Yeah, they're not going down as easy for me as they were earlier when I was using the flamethrower.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Two out of me. I just saw you jump down, run towards me. I was like, oh god, it's a robot.
I did a quick supply run because I ran out of stems.
I'm out of stems. You only get 2 because none of us chose supplies.
Well, yeah, but supply box gives you 2, so.
ETA T-minus
I
1
know.
minute.
But I keep dying, so I never have 2.
Yeah, but at least you have 2
I
instead
don't
of
have any
0.
How'd you like to
Well, I
take
didn't have
more
any. That's why I
freedom?
grabbed some.
Dude, that's
You
true,
little
okay?
shit. Besides, we got a cooldown, so we got the cooldown.
Cooldown's almost over now.
Sending in an eagle!
Democracy's on its way.
Oh, Seth, move. It bounced off this fucker. There's like a group of them right there, and I was gonna.
Leaving combat zone to resupply.
And then that guy ran out in front of me, and wow. I got knocked back because I got shot, and then I got shot while I was down.
T-minus 10 seconds.
Isn't that nice, Seth? Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Well, the nuclear option, the lasers.
Ready to liberate.
Pelican 1, I have visual on the extraction
Oh wow,
zone.
the laser just blends this place.
Yeah, that's why I use it.
Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
What is that?
It's a high explosive.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't entirely random.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
You can see them coming on your map.
Beginning ascent. Peace.
Of course, I didn't check it. I just kind of went on intuition.
You have maintained
So-
our way of life.
So it kind of was random,
You know you're
but it
not
was
supposed to
a
be doing that.
it was a thoughtful random. Where's my phone at? Oh, in my pocket. Why is it in my pocket? Escape.
Who knows?
You did it, Shaq.
Many
Wow,
humans
my accuracy accuracy is
Delivered
incredibly close
today.
to yours.
They will be remembered.
It's only 0.2 off. Except for my kills is much higher. How'd you like the
Welcome
gun?
aboard, Helldiver.
It's alright.
Is it better than the base gun?
Mm. It's about equivalent. So far.
55 damage, 55 capacity, fire rate 750. It's faster fire rate. Way less recoil. Oh, that's why I'm getting such good hits.
Yeah, one of the changes they made to the breaker is they increased the recoil on it.
Yeah, I was confused why I kept hitting them in the face and they exploding.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm pretty sure with the Stewart, whenever I used to do that, it's not to be that good at smacking me in the face. It used to take more than like a burst.
So the thing about machine guns is you put it on the high RPM, and that's the trick to getting them their heads to pop faster. You know, you gotta put it on high RPM because you're gonna miss most of the shots either way. You know, but you rate, in theory, you raise your DPS. And that's just something I came up with myself. You know how I am. I don't go off of what people tell me, you know. I like to come up with my own way of doing things, usually. Know what I mean, Vern? So, with the breaker, I think it was like 23 or 25 recoil, and then they brought it up to 55. Which was an unfortunate, in my opinion, knee-jerk reaction. On the decision market's part. Yeah, fuck that mission. I'm not doing that.
What is it?
It's a defend mission.
Cute. Me and John did that earlier. It's not so bad. It was funny, but not bad.
What difficulty were you on?
Medium, but we are also doing bugs, so yeah. You don't have to. I'm not gonna say you have to. Just do what you want. If you want to keep doing those other missions, let's just keep doing them.
The freedom of the galaxy remains in jeopardy. Let us join the fight. The automatons think this planet is theirs. Show them otherwise.
What do you feel like doing?
I don't care. Do what you want to.
I'm getting a little tired of the bugs and
Every mission brings us one step closer to the full democratization
The
of
only
the
thing I
known
ask is not on a
universe.
hot planet.
I don't want to go to a hot planet. I don't like sand. Fire tornadoes, your favorite.
That I have never seen.
This
but
world
it
is
sounds
riddled
funny.
with terminate abominations.
Wait, what?
Where will you strike first?
Fire tornadoes.
Yeah, that other planet had some, it said. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could have just changed the difficulty. And checked the missions on that.
Yeah, go back and check. Not unless you're tired of automatons and you want to do some bugs.
Well, I wanted to try to go to a colder planet for you.
No, I don't care. This thing is pretty, you know, good as long as it's not on a hot planet.
The operation proceeds smoothly.
What is that?
Initiating FTL jump
Terminate.
Oh,
to the Astanu system.
is this bugs?
Where will you strike, Helldiver?
Yep.
Weird. I didn't know there was illegal broadcast in the bugs.
Yep. There's one for
FTL jump
everything.
successful.
Yeah, it's all the same shit, just
Hellpods
different
prime.
coat of paint here and there.
Mission coordinates
I don't mind.
locked.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't really care.
I mean, the bugs and the only thing I'm worried about is, you know, the bugs and the.
I mean, of course, there are some minor variations, like the hatchery one, for example.
Well, bugs and what is this? Is this easy or?
It's trivial.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just go ape shit.
Oh, not that. This.
Launch initiated.
So, regarding destroying the thing, you can even destroy that with a grenade, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
You
We
don't
were
even-
doing that earlier. I only brought that because I like.
Oh, you remembered what I told you the other day about it?
Yeah, yeah. I was making sure that's where I got the information from, but yeah.
Well, that
I
makes me
remember
feel
hearing it.
special.
I remember you hearing, telling me it sounded like an off-hand comment, but it stuck in my head for some reason. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Or, you know, it didn't sound important, but it stuck in my head because it sounded important.
Calling down support. Requesting tac pack.
I'll grab it. It's right in front of me, I don't care.
Calling down support weapon.
Might as well keep getting it just in case they add more or they become useful. And done.
You've done your duty. You may extract with honor.
Don't you like the taste of freedom?
I hear them screaming, and I just see bug parts flying past
Reloading.
me. Oh no, a Titan's coming. Seth, you might want to put your turret down. Behind you.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was just about to put that on. I was just about to heal myself, but
I was trying to save you.
Say
you saved me.
hello to
You're welcome.
democracy. Reinforcing.
You saved me from not being
Canister's empty.
being raw.
Isn't that the best?
Reinforcements on the way.
Pretty sure I did a good job.
Eh, I was cooked very well. Well done, in fact.
Did they just eliminate the countdown for the extraction, or what?
What do you mean? No, I didn't activate the extraction.
Then what the fuck was that rodeo about?
I have no idea.
What kind of bullshit was that? I've never.
I started shooting at one, but I don't know. I was
Yeah,
just
but like 6 bug breaches open up one after the other.
yeah, I don't know. It was a bit weird, but
The bugs calling them in is kind of fucked anyway, so I'm not too surprised, I guess. The timing on whether or not you could interrupt them is non-existent, so... I've shot one, and then while after it was dead, it started spraying the shit and it caused the breach anyway, even though it didn't even have time to do it. That's probably what happened.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Yeah, but there's stuff around here and I want to grab it. The chance there could be some super credits. Great news, Q.
Mm-hmm.
It was super credits. Do I get a cookie?
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm really glad that you recalled some things I told you.
Mm-hmm.
That way I don't have to tell you again until a few days from now.
Yeah.
That expiration label went up by a little bit.
Yeah. There's the one thing I do bring every time I come do bugs though is the auto cannon, just because it's easier to close the. It just makes life easier to have it.
Yeah.
Maybe grenade launcher, but even still.
Well, in terms of like usability, the autocannon is probably one of the best drop downs because you get to shoot more than once per shot. You don't have to reload after every shot. I mean.
Yeah, but the grenade launcher is the same way, but.
Yeah, but that only has like 6 shots, and you only get 2 mags. You know. The autocannon, you have a whole backpack of reloads.
Just gonna kill those guys.
And each reload is like 10 rounds.
I like how we just walked right by them.
Yeah, fuck those guys. They didn't even see us. We just were.
Yeah, I like to believe we just waved at them.
I think it's because of the fog. We ran through a fog cloud. And our armor's helping a big deal with that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
Garen.
We got 30 minutes. We can kind of circle around. There's probably one in this general area.
Northwest, 200 meters.
You know? That's if you want to go over there and get it. Or just leave.
Might as well check. If you're trying to get medals and credits, it's something you have to do.
Yeah,
You
I'm
have to
trying
check
get
them all. Or check as many as you're willing to. What I do is I just go for the golden things, and then I'll just come across a vault naturally, but I'm usually by myself, so...
Yeah,
If I focus on going to the golden things, I usually come across vaults on the way there, or afterwards.
Yeah, I'd see that, but if I found a radio tower, I'd activate that.
I just ignore it, because I just go to the glowing things.
I know, but
There's
I'm just saying
usually
if you
stuff...
wanted to optimize it better.
Yeah, but there's no need. It's a waste of time to hit the radio tower when you're already running in that direction because you got a big beacon of light in the sky leading you to it, you know?
Yeah, but it might help you find vaults, but that being
But you'll find vaults around them anyway.
Sometimes.
All you gotta do is look for houses like that. Or perched up. You know that map that we just did a second ago?
Mm-hmm.
I did that map. I basically memorized where all the vaults and all where these canisters were.
Oh, how I close this?
Southeast. On my
Okay, there
position.
We got friends coming.
Hi, friends.
I was gonna punch him. Anyways, in that map that we were just in on Drop Mirror a few times, you notice that I was finding a bunch of stuff? That's because I basically have that memorized. Because I know what to look for. I see the little house sticking up. And that particular map I did like 6 times today. And how I found those spots is I just went to the golden lights, and then all around where the golden stuff was, or in the middle of all the stuff. Because like, either in between the beacons or around the beacons is where I always find stuff like that. Be it vaults or the collapsible door thingies.
Yeah, I think this places. I think we've looted it. Right.
Yeah, most likely. And why would I bother dealing with getting shot and killed and shit just to take a radar tower when I could just follow the light? You know? There's just no need.
And that's because I get distracted.
And the vaults are always around similar things anyway. The vaults are a little harder to find, but it's not as relevant. But they're always around, like I mentioned. The collapsible door things are real, or have real. In between the Golden Lights and the collapsible doors, they're the ones that are really easy to find because you can have because you could just look for certain buildings or elevated buildings with certain shapes. It's kind of the same stuff, just kind of copied and pasted around different types of maps.
Calling down supplies.
Yeah, I get distracted too. That's why I focus on looking at the light and going toward it.
Requesting sentry.
Because if I end up going for the radio tower, radar tower, that's gonna turn into a whole adventure right there.
Pelican 1 returning to extraction
You know.
point. Please ensure you're inside the extraction radius.
Requesting advanced weaponry!
Why did it sound like he was mad at us? Or we never called him in. Not like we called him in before. Huh.
Who's mad at you?
Oh, the guy.
Hey, look, Seth, here's your body.
Yeah.
Kentucky
Where's my
Fried
gun if you
Seth.
want it?
Kentucky Fried Seth.
Yeah. My gun if you want it.
I'll be taking
It's
this.
actually fairly good.
Say hello to democracy!
I know it's not exactly what you're used to with yours, but it is something.
Well, I said it was equivalent
Bug tunnel breach!
to me,
No,
you know.
your breaker.
T-minus 1 minute.
I know. I said it's equivalent.
Oh,
Which-
it's equivalent? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I've said it like 6 times now.
No, I thought you meant it was equivalent to the steward.
Oh no. What would I talk about the steward? Besides, I like the steward actually. You get 1,000 RPM on it.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
That's called democracy!
I wonder, are these
ETA
silent?
T-minus 20 seconds.
Huh?
I'm actually starting to wonder if these things were silent.
Oh no, I'm starting to doubt that the other one was silent either.
Seconds. Clear landing zone.
Yeah.
Because it was silent, but when I seen John use it, it isn't. They just get alerted. But but I've noticed they don't get alerted, and I think it's because John didn't immediately kill what he was shooting at. What John did was he aimed at the leg, then aimed at the arm and the chest, and it started yelling, and then they got alerted. So there's still the chance that it is silent. It's just John fucked up, you know.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Because they weren't alerted until the thing started like yelling.
Tunnel launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete.
So if he would have killed it immediately, then it would have been a big deal. I think. Still have to test it. What's that?
Oh, us leaving, we were just casually walking away.
Yeah. We had it under control.
There was no, oh no, we're all going to die. It was, alright, time to go.
Well, that's what it's like for me when I'm doing the stealth thing, and then I just wait it out, and then
We were just sitting there on top, just kind of
And
popping
then-
them as they showed up.
yeah. Well, I'm not doing it on trivial when I do that either.
Yeah.
I'm usually see, ideally, for the most like getting out of it, as far as picking up the random stuff around the map goes,
It's medium, I know.
medium is like, but that's if you're like doing a quantity per map idea. But if you're doing easier map, you could just run the map faster so it balances itself out, you know? So it doesn't really matter either way, in my opinion. But, of
No, I
course,
don't care.
That should help keep the bug population in check.
obviously other people would be like, you have to do it that way. And I'm like, nah, it's about the same. See, it's like, some people confuse quantity. It's like, okay, some people are like, oh, you have to run Helldiver to farm the highest metals and do this and that. It's like, well, here's the thing. If you can't complete it, then it's pointless. You know? But if you can, if it takes you hours just to try to do 1 or 2 Helldiver missions, but yet you could do 20 trivial, that's already like 20 medals, right? I mean, that's not 20, but that's like yeah, it's like 20 medals. Right from that, from like what, 10 minutes, 20 minutes? You know? It's not about what the idea of quantity is, it's about what's practical. Hold on, I gotta look for something to spend these medals on. Most of this crap is not even interesting to me. All these capes are ugly and shit.
Yeah, I buy the capes, I buy...
All of it's ugly to me. Like, it wouldn't be so bad. Like, this helmet's kinda cool, but it's black and yellow. I'm not interested in yellow. Yellow is not a color that I am particularly drawn to.
What do you think about my cape? It's actually not bad. It's beige, but with red.
It's alright, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. The gun. It's about on par with the breaker as far as like effectiveness goes. And you don't have the drawback of it being a shotgun.
Yeah. And you really don't have to worry about ammunition.
The recoil, even though it says 5 recoil, you still get a lot of recoil
The
with
hour
it.
of our next victory rapidly approaches. Let us cleanse the
You know?
galaxy of alien
I
scum.
feel the recoil, but it's not...
I know, but
Every
like
sector
on
in the
paper,
galaxy
the
must be
recoil's like,
purged
oh,
of
it's
the alien
practically
menace.
non-existent. But when you actually shoot it, there's actually, it adds up fast. That recoil does.
Yeah, but
Well
it's easily
done.
compensated.
Mission coordinates locked.
I know, but there's still a lot of it. When I shoot okay, let me give you an idea. When I shoot the breaker in first person, I barely notice recoil, even though the gun has a massive recoil, and it's practically slapping me in the face every time I fire visually.
Orbit synchronized.
The sickle doesn't slap me in the face every time I fire, but I feel the recoil more than I do with the breaker, and that's because of the rate of fire, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Oh, another...
even though the breaker is fully automatic, I fire it semi-automatic most of the time. So you know, most people look at the stat card of the sickle and be like, oh, it's overpowered. It's or you know, the developers or whatever. And, to be honest with you, I've been very disappointed with the. I started thinking that the game might be in decent hands whenever they were talking about buffing all the weapons, and I've just been getting more and more disappointed, you know. It's like you decide to go just brain dead. You know how I feel about meddling developers that like to ruin the fun. Anyway, that's part of where some of my words are laced in is this concern, you know. Because I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, what's the
Support weapon inbound.
in the back of my mind, I'm like, what's the point? it's just gonna get nerfed anyway. You know what I mean?
I like how you looked at it. It's like, what is this?
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's not. But
Yeah, that's not blue.
that's for part of where my words are coming from. Because in the back of my mind, I'm partially thinking, it's just gonna get nerfed. What's the point of doing anything? You know. Anyways, on paper it looks like it has no recoil, but it does.
Calling down a sentry.
It has a lot of recoil. I have more control. I feel like I have more control over the Stalwart or the machine gun than I do over the sickle when I fire it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh. Hugh, did you cook yourself?
Reinforcing.
Yeah.
Are you tasty? Well done.
That's one of the reasons why people don't bring the flamethrower, because they're like, there's no point. That's part of why I hardly used it up to this point either, you know. It's like what's the point if I'm just gonna cook myself anyway?
Mag's empty.
Funny.
It is funny.
That's literally funny. And I totally agree with it.
Say hello
Just like
to
this.
democracy.
Why?
Reloading.
Funny. And also it's pretty good.
Anyways, I feel like it's easier to handle the MG and the Stalwart recoil and consistent shot-wise than it is to handle the sickle.
No, it's firing pretty well downrange. That being said, I also burst fire, so I can't. Anyway, I'll pick these up because why not? I guess we'll go look. It won't hurt.
Seth, how did you think I was shooting the gun?
I have no idea.
And were you shooting it in first person?
Yes, I am. Watch this. Actually, you know what?
Let's just go. I don't.
No, Q. It's fine. I'll target practice. What do you want me to shoot?
Shoot that dead vehicle right there. I want to
Okay,
see
where
it
do you want-
suffer.
Where do you want me to shoot it? How about
The
that-
tire.
What do you think?
Right, so you saw how the gun was trying to throw itself up and to the right? That's the recoil.
Yeah.
Now watch this.
See, I'm hitting.
Now watch
pretty
this.
much what I want to hit.
I'm hitting exactly where I'm supposed to be hitting more consistently than you are.
Hey, we're testing here. Go away.
Yeah. Even though you have a recoil rating of 0.005, I have a 0.55 recoil rating. But I'm able to more consistently hit anything center mass or center of where I'm aiming.
Yeah,
I have more control than you do.
I feel like I'm okay. I don't know.
Let's see, you're fire fat. You fire. But you see, I'm only firing one round every so often, even at full auto. See.
Mhm.
But you're the equivalent of a minigun, while I'm just a fucking M1 Grand. You know.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. That's why it's that's what makes it a little more even. You know.
Mhm.
It's just
Like
like,
I-
yeah, your recoil's a little over the place but it's controllable, somewhat. But that's because your fire rate is the polar opposite of mine, almost.
Yeah, I killed him on. No.
Just one left. Which, and that's fine. You know, I'm not complaining. If anything, I think it recoils a little too much. The sickle, I mean.
I'm not making that jump.
No.
I mean, I could, but I'm not.
You can't. Don't attempt it unless you know for a fact you can get out. And that ledge don't look too climbable to me.
I don't think this place has anything either.
Well. Well, no wonder it doesn't, because this is the edge of the map. We're going the wrong way.
Yeah, I was going over onto this side, hoping there'll be something on this side.
I didn't see no light, so...
Yeah, that doesn't mean much. There could be a bunker.
Well, just zoom in on the map and you can literally get a picture of what's over here. There's a crater over here to the left.
I'm not. It's not looking good.
Requesting sentry.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Warning, you are leaving the mission area.
Yeah, nope.
So as a rule of thumb, usually the edge of usually the edges of the map are just usually pretty empty. That's the other reason why I was saying no wonder there's nothing here.
Yeah, it's mostly because of this. Yeah, this is just tundra.
It's more like swamp with a little bit of a texture on top. At least with this version of it, they put these giant bones here.
Yeah, bones are nice.
But you can.
All right, Q, I'm gonna start gnawing on this. I'll see you next week.
Extraction is
It is a little different though,
Mhm.
which is good, because unlike the other one that was actually looked just like the swamp, this one's a different one, but with the texture on it, which is better because I hated that fucking swamp one. It's ugly.
Calling in extraction.
Roger. Pelican 1 will re-attempt pickup at extraction zone.
Re-attempt? I don't... Huh. I still don't understand that.
Probably glitched.
I think he's broken in the head, Q. Did you bonk him on the head one too many times?
I think there's a vault over here because I found an orchard.
Well,
Might be a
look-
vault. I'm looking.
And no, it won't be a vault. You know why? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
I
part of
know
the illegal
why.
broadcast.
No,
Okay.
the reason why I know why it's not going to be a vault is because the layout's different.
Oh,
You
I
didn't
just
need
knew
to
it-
tell me that.
I just knew it was because it was a part of the illegal broadcast.
Yeah, before you said anything, I was going to say no, it's not, because I realized the house is over there.
Hey,
But
bad bug.
I'm a rebel. I wasn't looking at the map.
Oh god, KQ?
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Please come here.
Orbital inbound.
And we're not gonna get
Calling
to.
in reinforcements.
Yay!
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way. How'd you like to taste of freedom?
In all honesty, Seth, for something to be practical and usable, the risk and the rewards have to interact to some degree. The risk with the flamethrower is burning yourself, but the reward has to there has to be something about it to make it worth your time to risk it, you know?
T-minus 10 seconds.
Or, you know, just eliminate the risk of burning yourself.
You know,
And see, the
maybe
thing about the
shield-
flamethrower is the range is a little too short, huh?
Arriving at coordinates.
Yeah, you're right. It is short range, but also it'd be nice if it
Pelican
stuck
1,
to the
landing
ground
in
a little
progress.
better. Then that'd also be annoying. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
It has that double. Yes, it would be nice to be able to just create a
Pelican
wall of
1
fire
preparing
to
to
stop
depart.
the enemy. But
Shuttle
then
launch
you
in
think
20
about it
seconds.
again and go,
Extraction complete.
wait a
Pelican 1
minute.
beginning
What if
ascent.
you want to move forward?
Well, it doesn't work as you would think it should. First of all, it doesn't like stagger them. So, and the range is incredibly short, so it's just risk piled upon risk, you know? So that's why it's not really worth it mostly.
I bet if they made 2 flamethrowers, one called long range flamethrower and one called short flamethrower. Short flamethrower does more damage, long flamethrower just does long. Which is going to be normal-ish, what the flamethrower does right now.
Well, why
It's
would you
just
want
the
to trade
short-range
off?
one does extra.
But why would you want to trade off the damage whenever
I don't-
it already doesn't really kill anything that quickly?
Basically, I'm saying
Like
it
the most
doubles
basic
damage.
drones, you gotta like expend, huh?
What I'm saying is the short range flamethrower does double damage, and the long range flamethrower takes the damage that is the current flamethrower.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I just don't know if it's. I'd have to reflect on it for a minute. I mean, but I think it's a good idea, but I'm not sure in practice because it's like the flamethrower by default is still kind of useless. And yeah, part of it is because of the range, but it's also because of the damage. Like the damage is decent, but it's not. I can one-shot one of those little drones with my breaker, but with the flamethrower I have to hold the flame on it for like 2 seconds. Which in theory helps with crowd control, but here's the thing. You're under the assumption that the burning is killing it, but it's not. It's the flamethrower hitting it itself that's killing it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the problem. The flames don't do shit to the enemy, but it does a ton of shit to
Choose
us,
where to join your fellows in righteous liberation.
which piles on to the risk. Yeah, I think a lot about a lot of this stuff. I don't just talk shit.
But a single triumph more, and the operation.
Mission coordinates locked.
What is that? Fighting
Brute
a,
commander.
Oh god. Okay.
You could bring a spear, hit him with it.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Why would I do that? A brute commander, I just need to shoot it.
I was telling you.
I know. An
Orbit
auto cannon shots
synchronized.
to the face generally does it.
Yep. And see, now you see the logic behind some of this stuff. It's like, why would I bother bringing that if it's just gonna be cumbersome and slow?
I don't know. Put us here. Oh, we can actually go there. Okay, that's fine.
That's how it feels for most of these weapons in the game. And that's a universal thing for games, you know?
Hellpod launch initiated.
Although the setting and idea of this game is good.
That's why understanding the practicality of what you're doing or making in a game versus the idea of it is very important. The idea of the flamethrower is perfect. Well, for the most part, except for the slightly range. But practically, it's useless. You know?
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation.
Anyways, what were you saying?
Stand in the way of liberty.
Oh, I was talking about the idea of this game. Is pretty cool.
Huh? The idea of it's what?
The idea of the game is cool. You know, the setting. Visually, it's good too. For the most part.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about the first game, and it's like two completely different games.
Yeah, the first one is. From what I saw, it looks like just a squad.
Yeah, it's isometric, but it's a lot better balanced with the weapons. You know?
That being said, the first time they've done, you know, oh. Fire's pretty.
The shield sometimes stops the flame, but most of the time it just bypasses it and you get caught on fire anyway. And that's because that's how the shield works. The shield is a physical thing around you, so if something's inside of it, it hits you directly and not the shield.
Oh, me and John. Something funny happened. Me and John were doing something.
Requesting sentry.
What do you call it? I use the, drop down big shield.
Say hello.
Another thing is you have to try to, if a bug's on fire, you have to try to avoid it, because there's a chance that if it hits you while on fire, you'll catch on fire. And that's also the other reason why it can bypass your shield. What were you saying, Seth? What happened with John?
Oh, we were using the big shield drop down one. And we ran into a charger was chasing us, and we ran into the big shield bubble, and the charger just bumped its head against the shield.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's a glowy thing here.
Yeah, I know. That's where I was heading until I got distracted. Yeah, that's where I wanted to land.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
There's something here.
Boo.
Orbital in.
Boo.
Calling in an
Boo. Don't get near that.
I immediately get carpet bombed. You said. Whoops, it chased you.
What did?
I joke saying that I got carpet bombed.
Found something. Calling in an
And you know, the other thing is, you know, I've, yep,
That look cool?
yes. But,
Excellent.
oh yeah, another thing about earlier, I've also realized, you know, what it means to be lonely, you know?
Mhm.
Because, like, I've been dealing with struggles and stuff by myself a lot. And getting isolated a lot to where it's left an impact on me. I've also had a reflection on how much time I have left, you know? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
I think this place is barren.
so like I mentioned before, it's a multi-layered thing, you know?
Mhm.
Wait, we already killed the bird commander?
Extraction is available.
Yes. He's the only one who gave us any kind of trouble, but he kind of just moved out of existence.
You mean those two identical things that I toasted a minute ago?
And basically, yeah. Yeah, Brood Commander's not very strong, you know?
They're supposed to be a little bigger than that.
No, they're fairly weak. They're a joke.
Yeah, but that looked like one of those regular dudes.
Yeah, I know.
Calling in extraction.
orbital incoming.
You ready to disappear, John? Q?
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius.
The insects will never see us coming. And they will be very confused while the smoke is shooting at them.
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital laser.
They're coming up over there.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hey, they didn't hear you shoot that. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
They freaked out when you shot at them directly. Uh-oh. I was like, wait a minute, the sun seems like it's coming up rather quickly. You heard me say uh-oh because I realized that what was about to happen.
I saw the laser pointer going straight
It would have
for
been,
you.
I would have been fine if it didn't force me to ragdoll to where I couldn't heal.
T-minus 1 minute.
What made it funny is I just saw the laser beeline it straight for you, along with an insect. That insect.
That's one of the points that you gotta bring up whenever people talk about whenever you talk about different things with the weapons. And it's like, yeah, in the context though, you're gonna be rushed by things. So if something's shooting at that, then that means you're gonna be the one being shot at too. Or oh, I gotta reload the recoilless rifle. Well, guess what? I'm being swarmed.
Yeah.
Sample collected.
They also have that.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
I don't know. That's also why they, want you to do the team reload thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Kind of feels like that.
You're gonna get swarmed doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Because in the recent update, they buffed
This is Pelican 1.
all the
I have
spawn
visual on the
rates.
extraction zone.
So everything's spawning faster and more often.
Touchdown.
You know? But yes, in theory, that is what the team stuff is supposed to help with. But you're still limited in your movement. Now with the autocannon, which you don't need a team reload to be useful in the autocannon. But with the autocannon, since it's you can fire it really fast. Now that's usually alright. It's usually an okay spot, you know.
All right, Q.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch.
Because it fires quickly, you know, with or without the team reload. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. The team reload does help, but it doesn't like intrinsically sort it. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I like the magic trick. Poof.
You were like, okay, cute.
It's like poof, we're gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, we never saw it coming.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, the short version of it is yeah, that is part of what the team reload helps with.
Alright. And now I need to go to bed, but...
Because you can reload faster, you know?
Mm-hmm. I
Isn't
did
that
play
nice?
a few matches. Yep. I did play a few matches with you, though.
Mhm.
But yeah, now I need to go to bed. 3:30. You need to go to bed, too, though.
I gotta finish eating this hot coffee.
Alright.
Part of the reason why I was
at least
having trouble sleeping when I was exhausted is because my
you
stomach
were
was
hungry.
hurting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't feel hungry, it's just that my stomach was hurting. It's weird.
Oh, look at that, Q. Accuracy was 100% because you used the flamethrower.
One shot fired, one shot hit. It's that one guy that I shot with the breaker.
Your accuracy was better than mine, but I did get more kills, thankfully.
Another step towards total eradication.
Perfection. Which was weird because I fired the breaker out into the sky randomly at one time.
Who knows?
I fired more than one shot, that's for sure.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
You know?
Ready for another
Because I
mission,
emptied the clip
Helldiver?
doing that, and that's like 15 rounds. No, not 15. It's 12 now, or 13.
I wonder if they track bullets that are fired towards an enemy, and bullets that are just randomly done.
That's what I was just thinking. Obviously towards an enemy, if that's what those numbers are saying. Because I've only used the breaker once toward an enemy, and that's what's showing up there.
That's pretty neat that they track it like that, but
That is.
wouldn't know why you track it like that, but whatever.
I don't know, but I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll see you.
Yeah. Good night. Try to eat your hot pocket and sleep, okay?
Yeah.